Old Man. Samuel. In the quiet town of Eldridge, where time flowed like a gentle river, there lived an old man named Samuel. His days were etched with the lines of a life well lived, and his presence cast a soothing shadow over the quaint houses that lined the cobbled streets. Samuel was more than a resident of Eldridge, he was a living repository of its history, a keeper of tales that spanned generations. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over Eldridge, Samuel could be found on the porch of his weathered Victorian house. The structure, adorned with creeping ivy and a wisp of smoke rising from the chimney, seemed to whisper secrets of days long gone. Samuel, with his silver hair and weather-beaten face, sat in his rocking chair, a storyteller's gleam in his eyes. The townspeople revered Samuel, not just for his age but for the wealth of wisdom he carried. He was a living legend, a link to an era when Eldridge was nothing more than a cluster of homesteads surrounded by endless fields. Samuel's stories painted vivid pictures of a time before the bustling streets and cozy cafes, when the town's heartbeat was slow and steady, synchronized with the cycles of nature. One of Samuel's most cherished tales was the story of Eldridge's founding fathers, the pioneers who had braved the untamed wilderness to establish a haven for their families. He spoke of their hardships, their triumphs, and the unyielding spirit that had shaped the town into what it had become. As Samuel narrated, the townsfolk gathered around him like moths drawn to a flame, captivated by the magic of his words. However, Samuel's life wasn't just a reflection of Eldridge's past, it was a testament to resilience and the beauty of the ordinary. Widowed in his later years, he had embraced solitude with a quiet grace. His house, filled with sepia-toned photographs and well-worn books, became a sanctuary for reflection and remembrance. The townspeople often sought Samuel's counsel, not just on matters of history but on the intricacies of life itself. His advice, rooted in a blend of experience and timeless wisdom, became a guiding light for those navigating the complexities of relationships, careers, and the inexorable march of time. As the seasons changed, so did the rhythm of Samuel's life. Every autumn, he could be seen tending to a small garden in his backyard, where vibrant flowers bloomed in defiance of the encroaching chill. In the winter, he stoked the fireplace, its crackling flames casting a warm glow that mirrored the embers of his memories. One particularly crisp winter evening, a young journalist named Emily, drawn by the tales of Eldridge's venerable storyteller, knocked on Samuel's door. She carried a notepad and an eagerness to capture the essence of a life that had witnessed the evolution of a town. Samuel, ever gracious, invited her in, and as the fire flickered in the hearth, he began to weave the tapestry of his own existence. He spoke of his youth, the dreams that had led him to far-off places, and the eventual pull that brought him back to Eldridge. Samuel shared stories of love lost and found, of friendships that weathered the storms of time, and the bittersweet melody of watching the world change while remaining anchored in the embrace of a familiar town. As Emily transcribed Samuel's narratives, she realized that his story was not just about Eldridge, it was a reflection of the universal human experience. The joys, sorrows, and the quiet moments of reflection were threads woven into the fabric of Samuel's life, creating a pattern that resonated with anyone who had ever pondered the journey of existence. Word of Samuel's story spread beyond Eldridge, and soon, the quaint town became a destination for those seeking solace, wisdom, and a glimpse into the tapestry of a life fully lived. Visitors, young and old, sat on Samuel's porch, listening to the tales that bridged generations and connected them to the essence of humanity. As the years passed, Samuel's rocking chair continued to sway on the porch, a silent witness to the ebb and flow of life in Eldridge. His stories, now shared by others, became a living legacy, passed down from one storyteller to the next. Eldridge, with its winding streets and echoes of laughter, stood as a testament to the enduring power of stories and the wisdom of an old man who had become the heart and soul of a town. One quiet evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over Eldridge, Samuel closed his eyes for the final time. The townspeople mourned the passing of their storyteller, but they knew that his legacy lived on in the laughter of children, the rustling of leaves, and the collective memory of a town woven into the very fabric of time. And so, As Eldridge continued to evolve, each generation added a new chapter to the story, building upon the foundation laid by Samuel, the old man whose life had become a tapestry, rich with the threads of love, loss, and the quiet beauty of a town called home.